Hi everyone, John here from MBODY Yoga. Have you ever discovered a pose that made you experience a familiar posture but in a completely new way? Well, I recently stumbled upon a variation that I've been using in my power yoga classes lately. I call it kneeling warrior. By bringing one knee down to the mat, this pose creates a different relationship with your hips and offers a fresh perspective on the traditional warrior pose. Well, in today's soft flow class, we'll move through a simple sequence and explore a few variations so you can find what works best for your body. This practice reminded me that no matter how long we've been doing yoga, there's always something new to discover. If you're looking for a gentle flow that opens the hips and introduces a fresh twist on a classic pose, well, you're in the right place. And if you enjoyed this class, please like, comment, and subscribe for more yoga practices. Well, that's it. Roll credits. Let's begin. Let's begin our practice in seated. As you take your comfortable seat, be sure you're sitting up nice and tall, well lengthened spine, and we'll take a few deep breaths. Nice full breath in, filling up your lungs, and exhale to empty. Do that a few more times just to get reacquainted with your breath. Enjoy the feeling and the sound of your breath. Even close your eyes for this as you take this journey inside of self. Just a few moments of meditation, just bringing yourself to this moment. Very good. Let's take a couple more breaths and we'll add a very simple movement. Let's add our arms. As we inhale next, we'll take the arms out and up. Good extension, reach and stretch. And then exhale and extend the arms out across the room all the way back down by your side. Let's do that a few more times. Just allowing the arms to float all the way up with the full breath in, coming to completion here at the top. And exhale, reaching out, and then back down. About one more time here. Very good. Just continue breathing and just add any other extra movements. I'm just going to circle my shoulders a few times backward and a few times forward. All right, then a gentle transition to our hands and knees. Feel free to use a blanket for this. You may want to use a blanket for this practice since we'll be doing some kneeling today, doing our kneeling warrior. So a little extra padding will be very nice. And I will also suggest that you have a block or something that's kind of stackable that gives you a bit of a lift. But let's start here and our cat-cow flow. Inhale, tip the pelvis back. Let the belly drop. There's our back bend. Heart opens and gently lift the chin. Exhale, tuck, pelvis under. Belly button draws up towards spine, rounded back, chin to chest. And just be sure you're pressing firmly into the floor with the hands so your arms stay pretty straight and strong throughout. And just enjoy this undulation of the spine. Some good movements of the hips. Now you may do this throughout this short practice as we move through cat-cow, but you're certainly welcome to add any other movements, which I'm going to do here. I'm just going to add some circles with the hips. Right now I'm going counterclockwise with the hips. Just a few times, then I'll go clockwise. Just any movement that might feel good. I'm going to do one more thing. I like to bring my knees together and then my hands just slightly wider for a little balance because I'm going to shift my hips and really kind of sit and sink to one side. Right now I'm at my right side. That feels really good for my outer hips. So again, anything that you like to do, whatever your body is calling you to do, just to feel some relief in the event that you have some tension or tightness anywhere in the body. All right, one more cat-cow flow. And then just pause for a moment in this neutral tabletop posture. Since we have this pressure on the hands, I like to take a little wrist break. Tucking the toes under, just walk the hands towards your knees here. I'm getting a nice stretch for the toes, but then I can free my hands and then just kind of circle the hands here, wiggle my fingers. That just helps my wrists, especially being in that forced flex position. You can also just do a counter position here with the hand, even a gentle pulse of the hand on your blanket perhaps. Something that feels good. Alrighty, so we'll be using the blanket. I'm going to fold it one more time. This is a thinner blanket, so I'm just going to double it up and have it right about here. So I'm going to take you through a very slow, gentle flow, and it'll introduce our new posture, kneeling warrior. So this starts with plank pose, just to add a bit of strength. I think a good symbol of warrior, just starting to tap into your own strength. I'm going to set the right knee onto the blanket here and make sure the knee is directly underneath the hip. I'm going to make a kickstand, just really for balance. I'm tapping my right foot. I'm just going to swing it off to the right side. And then actually I'm going to bring in my block here just to raise myself up a bit here. Then I'm going to open up into a side plank pose. And you'll see why I'm actually introducing the block. I'm actually going to turn it up just a little bit higher there. Good extension, good opening of the body. And even reaching overhead, lengthening, good stretch through the left side of the body here. Few breaths. Now, introducing the kneeling warrior. I'm going to slide this left foot in until it's kind of planted on the mat here. And I'm pushing now into the block just to help lift myself up. And you can see why I'm using the block, because I'm already lifted away from the floor, just so I don't have to go too far. And here we are, our kneeling warrior 2. So we'll just hold here for a moment. I'm just going to transition just my kickstand back there just for a little balance. So it really is like a standing warrior 2 position. We're just in kneeling. And let's add some variation. So let's add kind of a side angle pose. So I'm reaching out over the left knee. I'm going to bend this left arm and just rest it lightly on this left thigh and get this nice extension through the right arm. Now what feels different here is that because I'm kneeling, I'm getting a bit more of a pull and stretch through this right side, which actually feels really good. So I really don't have to go too far for this side angle pose position. Just going to hold this for a few more breaths. Then coming back up to our warrior 2. Let's reverse the warrior. Let's try that. So I'm going to carefully bring this right hand back down to the block. You could use the floor or even something higher if you wanted to, just turning the block up a little higher, and then reversing the warrior. Another different sensation. So what I like about this variation of kneeling, it kind of adds a humility to the warrior, because the warrior can sometimes be thought of as kind of intimidating, intrusive, hard, forceful. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way, but more maybe humble. There's even a pose called humble warrior. Why don't we even try it here? So we're going to reach out with the arms, bring them down behind, interlace fingers if you can behind you. When I do the other side, you'll be able to see this a little bit better. Kind of rotate towards this left knee. And I'm going to inhale and just tip the chin up slightly, lengthening the spine. And exhale, fold. Slowly, just coming down towards this left knee. Folded fingers if you're able to, or if it feels better on the joints, you can just free the hands. So it's a bowing position. So that's why it's called humble warrior, because we have this kneeling position, just adding more of that humility. And I think that is just as strong when we think about the warrior. It doesn't always have to be in a strong fighting stance, but bowing, humble. All right, so rise back up, returning to our warrior two. I'm going to carefully bring this right hand back down to the block. Left hand's going to come up and around, back down to the floor, just kind of rotating the legs here and just coming back to hands and knees. I'm going to take this block over to the other side so it's ready to go. Since we're on hands and knees again, let's just do another cat-cow. Right there. And then finishing in a neutral tabletop posture, I'm going to tuck my toes again, or actually re-extend the legs, just to return to that more dynamic plank pose. Again, just kind of thinking about and feeling the strength within the body as we get ready for our kneeling warrior other side. So I'm going to bring left knee down to the blanket, making a kickstand. I'm going to bring in this block, turn it up a little higher, push into the block to give myself a lift, and then opening up to our side plank. Nice variation because I like the height of this. I feel a bit more open, a little bit more free in the body. Extension overhead here. Reach. You can see I'm activating this right foot, flexing the foot, keeping the leg straight and strong, and also making sure, see my left elbow, making sure that it stays straight. Nice straight arm. I'm going to drag this right foot in, pushing into the block to help me lift, and here's my kneeling warrior. I'm going to change my kickstand back there for a little bit more balance. So here's my kneeling warrior two. Let's make it a side angle version, reaching out, bend the arm, rest it here on the thigh, reaching up into the air. I'm already feeling that nice left side body stretch. Good extension. Breathe. Especially if you have some tension or just feels tight through this area of the body. I really feel this just below the ribs, right above the belt line. Let's reverse it, coming back up, passing through the warrior. I'm going to bring the left hand down to the block. I'm going to turn that block up a little higher here. Reaching right hand up and back, reversing the warrior. I'm even just kind of lunging forward a little bit. Actually, that feels nice because I'm not only affecting the right side body, but because I'm lunging in the direction of my pointed right knee, I'm getting a little stretch in the inner left leg. So that adds another dynamic. One more breath. And coming back up to warrior two, let's do that humble warrior. So I'm going to reach out with the arms, inhale, exhale, bring the hands down behind. You can see this a little bit better now. Interlacing fingers only if you're able to. And then rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. I'm going to turn a bit towards this right knee. Inhale, lift chest, lengthening spine. Exhale, slowly fold forward, just to the thigh. You can go a little lower. In the standing variation, you might be able to go a little bit lower. Just reaching back. So a nice opening up through the chest, shoulders, in this bowing position. One more breath. Just using the foot pressure into the ground to help lift back up. Just free the hands. Return to the warrior. And a little windmill out of it. Just left hand to the block here. Reaching up and around. Just reorient the body. Facing forward, bringing both knees down to the blanket. In a couple breaths, cat-cow. Now just for fun, let's just make this flow. Alrighty? So I'm going to bring in my block right away to right hand. I'm going to start with just on hands and knees here. Extending left leg back. Swing that right foot out. Pushing into block to open up to our side plank. Drag left foot in. press into block right here into our warrior two, right into the reversed warrior position. And then right away, reverse it as I reach up and back with the left hand, kind of lunging forward towards left knee. Coming back up nice and tall, reaching out with the arms, interlace fingers behind, inhale, lifting chest and fold. Coming right back up, releasing kind of that reversed warrior, but windmill out of that posture, back to hands and knees, switching hands on the block. Inhale. Exhale for cat-cow, extending right leg back, making a kickstand with that left foot, swinging open, side plank. Drag that right foot in, rising up, warrior two. Side angle version, reach. Nice stretch there, feels so good. Reverse the warrior, reaching right hand up and back, lunging, getting to that left inner leg, coming back up, and hands interlace behind. Inhale, open the heart, fold. Coming right back up, free the hands, re-extend the arms, and kind of reverse, but windmill all the way out, back down to hands and knees. Here we can finish cat-cow. So you can make that flow. And if you have a few more moments in the practice, feel free to maybe sit back into child's pose for a few moments. And then whenever you're complete with your practice, just sitting off to the side, bringing the legs around to the front. Sitting up nice and tall. Deep breath in and out. Settling. And then one last movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms out and up. Exhale, bring palms together and down to your heart. One last breath here together. And as we come to the close of this practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste.
Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.